자, 시작합시다. 여기로 가볼까요? 지나쳐왔던 퀘스트들이 있군요. 완료를 합시다. 가봅시다. 좀 멀리 떨어진 데라 좀 걸리나? 후덕후덕 갈 것이지 이 자식이. 간만에 여기 오는구만. 우이씨, 아이고. 맨날 이렇게 떨어지면 허리 박살 나겠는데. 으이씨.
Misthios, you're back! And not a moment too soon.
시간이 꽤
I
걸렸대.
got what you asked for.
Who is this Arxesia?
This is the Misthios who's going
그치,
to
엄청
reignite
걸렸지.
our spark, my love.
Oh no! We've been through this. I can't satisfy you anymore. You're going to kill me with your lust.
Nonsense. I'm going to make you an elixir that will give you the vigor of a man a fraction of your age.
God save me. I cannot do this anymore.
뭐라고 말하지? 이 할아버지 되게 힘들어하시네. 보수는 줘야지.
By all the gods, will someone just pay me? If I hear any more talk of this, I'm going to be sick.
Ah, young people. They don't understand true love. Here, this should be more than enough.
My thanks.
Come, Gorgos. I'll mix the elixir. You get the oils ready.
표정 봐, 할아버지. 운반을 해야 돼? 할아버지. 할머니가 기다리시는데. 이 앞에. 잘들 지내시고. 여기 또 뭐 완료한 게 있네. 800m? 말 타고 가야 되겠구나.
Oh, come on.
와, 경치 좋구만.
Off we go.
여기 갈 수 있나? 암벽을 타고 올라가야 되나? 으쌰.
Beast Slayer, I'm glad to see you.
Daphne, I didn't think you would be.
The path I set you on is fraught with danger. You could have been killed or given up.
이거 뭐라고 말하지? 이거 할까?
No danger could have kept me from seeing you again.
Maybe you're getting ahead of yourself. Maybe.
The Nemean lion's pelt.
Magnificent. As is its hunter.
Strength is powerless in the face of beauty. Even Heracles fell to its sway.
You slay me as easily with your words as your weapons do these beasts.
You haven't seen anything yet.
이 자식도 사랑에 빠졌어? 바람꾼이네. 오.
Beast Slayer, I'm glad to see you again.
아이템을 계속 얻네.
The pelt from the Callisto bear.
I wish I'd had the chance to see this creature in the wild. It must have been stunning.
It was, but there are other things on this earth far more beautiful.
And wild?
If not, then where would the challenge be in pursuing it?
가죽 하나 주고 입맞춤하고. 나는 아이템 없고.
Beast Slayer, I'm glad to see you again.
The mind of Garinea's pelt.
I remember being awestruck when I caught a glimpse of her through the trees long ago.
It was an honor to hunt such a noble beast.
이제 입맞춤 안
All the
해주네.
suffering and death I've seen. When you see something as magnificent as this, words escape me.
Artemis was right to bring you to me. A warrior's heart beats within your chest, yet it is tempered by kindness.
I'll return when I have more pelts.
이건 별거 안 주네. 자, 뭔가 좀 얻었는데. 오. 검을 하나 얻었고. 오, 창도 이걸 쓰면 더 좋겠구나. 검을 좀 더 올려야 되는데. 화살도 이걸로 합시다. 가면은 자, 이게 좋겠고. 이게 더 높네. 치마는 요걸로. 갑옷은 그동안 꽤 얻었구만. 이거 부츠는 요걸로. 무기 좀 팔아야 되겠는데. 오, 레벨업고. 대장간 들렸다 갈까? 대장간 들렸다가 여기 가서 완료하고.
Let's go.
오케이, 고고. 내려갈 수 있겠나? 너무 높은데. 으쌰. 으쌰. 으이. 가져봐.
Come on.
여기 올라갈 수 있나? 못 가네. 엔더맨 멧돼지가 이렇게 쫓아온다 이거. 아, 이 자식이 여기 말까지 쫓아내 걸렸어 이거.
Come on.
으쌰.
We have the best
거래하고.
prices around.
자, 다 팔아. 파랑색. 아, 지금 내가 분해를 했네. 자,
Thanks for stopping by.
어디로 가나? 여기로? 이렇게
Ella.
가자.
Ella.
이 사람들이 잘 피하는데. 으이씨.
By the gods, thank you, Mystios.
오, 3,000 주네.
Come on.
아이고, 이 사람들이 이렇게 못 비켜 이거.
Ella.
여기도 또 돈을 좀 주는구나. 이건 무슨 퀘스트지? 공경에 처한 소크라테스? 할까? 마케도니아. 미친 섬? 무슨 퀘스트지? 고대 석판 하나 있네. 왜 안 찾았지? 객사 보물들이 있네.
Mikini!
I don't want to be spotted here.
야,
Say hello to Hades for me!
아, 이것이 잘 풀리네. 아, 아, 이씨, 아, 아, 이 자식들이 쫓아주제 저 에너지 채우고 있고. 어디 갔어?
Spotted the target!
이 자식. 용병인가? 반갑네. 야, 이 자식아. 아, 일로와. 아이고, 애들이 이렇게 달려오네. 오호. 야, 이 자식들아.
What should I do? Not my time, man!
아야. 오야. 아야. 뭐가 이렇게 에너지가 많이 달아? 이거 장난인데? 잿빛 이비코스? 오, 저 불이 엄청 세. 오우씨. 죽었어. 저 불이 왜 이렇게 세, 쟤. 에너지가 훅 다네. 기술 좀 올려야 되나, 이제? 빠라라. 참 레벨 어떻게 올리지? 빰빰. 상 레벨 5 필요. 이게 올라가야 되는 거잖아. 일단 이거 하나씩 올려놓을까? 퀘스트를 완료를 해야 되는구만. 이 객사를 다시 한번 가자고.
Don't take another step closer.
야 이 자식, 여기서 소리 질러 이 자식. 이건가? 보물이 하나 더 있다고. 아이 자식이야. 바보야? 이름이 바본데? 오, 엄청 휘두르네. 바보, 반갑다. 입맛 좀 봐.
I'm not finished with you yet.
오, 어디까지 가자. 어우, 쏘리. 나 여기 있지롱. 여기가 지휘관인가?
You think you can kill us all?
돌 들고 있어.
The coward's way out.
돌에 맞았어. 내려온다. 여기 있지롱.
Get back here, coward.
야, 이 자식아. 야, 이 자식. 화살 한 번 맞고. 오케이. 아, 몸으로 밀치네. 이거 미칠 자식 이거. 아야. 오. 엄청 아프네 이거. 오케이. 지휘관을 해치웠고. 보물 어딨나? 저 새끼 뭐야? 무기도 없어 얘는. 보물 어딨나? 위로 올라가야 되나? 위에 아무것도 없는데. 여기 있나? 오케이, 완료. 여긴 연무장인가? 가보자고. 으이씨. 여기까지 못 가네. 야, 이 자식아. 어디 있어? 보물 내놔.
Hold it right there.
오이 자식아.
You are mine!
아. 이 자식아. 반갑다. 여기 지휘관이야. 아, 자빠지는데. 아, 이 자식 이거 법을 상실했나? 이 좁은 데서 그렇게 휘두르면 되나 이거?
Most would have given up by now.
아, 아우 야. 올해 또 이거 지휘관이라고 열심히 싸운 거 봐 이거. 너네 도모르는 어디 숨겨놨어? 여기 있구만. 완료했고. 다음은 어디로 간다? 여기는 완료를 했구만. 여기는 못 가나? 소크라테스 해주고 올까? 뭐지? 싸움 났나? 어디로 가? 이 자식이 되게 못 가네 이거.
here to see Socrates?
Alexios!
You know who I am?
Of course I do. Socrates never stops talking about you.
And you are...
His wife, of course. I'm Xantippe.
오호, 결혼을 하셨다.
Of course. With how much Socrates has told me, it's like I already know you.
Oh? What sort of things has he said?
뭐라고 말하지? 이렇게? 이쁘다 하면 거의 좋아하니까.
He said how beautiful you are. I see now how true his words were.
You flatter me. Though I'm surprised Socrates said as much to you. He's not the type to focus on looks.
So, where is Socrates? I got a note that said to meet him here.
That's what I'd like to know. He went to another symposium last night, and he didn't come home after.
Sounds like a good place to start looking.
I was just about to head there myself. Come, keep me company.
How long have you and Socrates been married?
It's been quite some time now.
What is it about him that you love so much?
Love is not the word I'd use. It frustrates me to no end.
That doesn't surprise me.
Even so, it's worth the frustration. His mind is like no other. Not to mention, he's quite a good lover.
That's not something I wanted to picture. It must be why Alcibiades seems so infatuated with him.
Don't mention that name around me. Always coming by drunk, sending Socrates gifts like giant cakes.
I didn't know.
It's fine.
여기 이렇게 걸어가야 돼? 뛰어가면 안 되나? 사람들이 깜짝 놀랐는데? 뭐지?
Xantippe!
What is it?
Socrates! They took him away. They said he was under arrest.
For what?
I have no idea. We were just talking after the symposium. I'd say go ask him yourself, but he'll be guarded. They took him southeast of here.
That fool! I knew this would happen to him one day.
I'll find him. Don't worry.
This is his doing. It's best to let these things run their course.
I can't believe Socrates was arrested. I need to find out what happened.
어디로 가야 되나? 여기? 아, 이거 소크라테스 구해야 돼?
Let's hope no one notices me here.
이 자식들이 이거 전투를 해야 돼? 여기까지 나든 걸로 이거. 아, 이거 방패들이 이렇게 많아 이거. 아, 이 자식 귀찮구만. 아, 제대로 찔렸어. 아픈데. 제대로 맞았어. 아, 이거 불을 써야 돼. 아야야. 아이고, 방패가 몇 명이야 이거. 아이고, 귀찮은 놈들 이거. 뭐야? 맞고 시작하자. 아. 오케이. 신났나? 왜 또 여기로 들어가지?
Alexios, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same.
Well, here I am. Though I'm more curious about how you are here. The guards let you in?
뭐라고 말하지?
I only had to tell them how close we are, and they let me come see you.
Ah, then you used what you learned from me. I'm impressed.
감동 먹었어?
Words cut very, very deep.
Your care is appreciated, but if you had waited only a bit longer, I'm sure my trial would have taken place and I'd be free.
You're not going to trial. We're getting you out of here.
I understand your concern, but what good would escaping do other than prove I'm guilty? No. In fact, I'm looking forward to this trial.
역시 소크라테스.
You would go to
자신만만히.
trial just to prove you can convince them of your innocence?
Exactly. You have your ways to find excitement, and I have mine.
What were you arrested for?
I haven't the slightest idea.
And that doesn't bother you?
Sometimes understanding does not come at the moment we would like. More importantly, this is giving me the necessary time to think.
About...
I went to see the Pythia, and she told me there is none wiser than me. An intriguing thought, and one I've been unable to stop thinking about.
Socrates, the Pythia is...
It matters not what you believe she is or she isn't. I must examine not only her words, but my own self as well. I know nothing, so how could I be called wise?
What does that have to do with being locked up?
I believe my time here and this trial may help me find the answer. I will be fine. Trust me.
이거 물어볼까?
I've known you for a while now,
That's true.
and you'd call us friends?
I would.
And friends share important things with one another. Is that so?
It is.
Then how did I not know you were married?
I
From what you just said, that means either we're not friends, or that friends don't share with one another. So, which is it?
I've wondered how much of our conversation you've taken to heart. And now I have my answer.
이것도 한번 물어보고.
Were you doing anything when you got arrested?
If speaking my mind is worth imprisonment, then I suppose I was.
In the future, you may want to be more careful.
You risk life and limb every time you draw your blade. Just because it's my tongue that is sharp, doesn't mean I'm not prepared to face the consequences of using it.
Since you won't leave with me, I'll go see the Pythia myself.
That's not necessary.
I'll find out why she told you that. I won't let you go to trial, even if you think you'll be found innocent.
Ah, Alexios, you...
I'll come back when I have what I need.
아니 소크라테스랑 말하려고 이거까지 해야 돼? 귀찮구만. 뭐야 이 자식은. 아 보자마자 때려 이 자식은. 이거 이거. 이 자식 까부각지가. 뭐 가진 것도 없어? 문양은 어딨어? 아이씨, 멀리 있네. 이거 동계화 좀 시켜야 되겠구만. 랄랄랄라. 그렇다. 여기로 갑시다. 말 타고 가야 되겠는데. 가자고. 달려. 아이야.
They won't ask any
이
questions.
자식들 뭐야?
Best keep out of sight. Come on.
이 산으로 가야 되나? 이렇게 올라가야 되겠구나.
Easy.
길이 나올 텐데. 길이 어디 있다? 여기로 가면 되나?
Ella.
오호. 여기 올라가. 이씨, 가자. 이 산도 잘 올라가, 이거. 대단한 말이야.
Come on. Ella.
Ασχολίαν βελτίστη. Ευρέ.
이거 뭔 산꼭대기에 이렇게 집을 만들어놨냐, 이 자식들은 이거.
Ella.
여기 살아있나봐.
Come on.
으이씨.
Oh no, not you.
You remember me?
Just go. I'm too old for this.
뭐 늙었다는 거야, 저 자식은. 아, 그 다짜고짜 또 공격이야 이거. 사람 만나렀더니 아야야 이 자식들아 안되겠구나. 아이 쳤나.
There might be a bit of blood when you go upstairs.
You again?
I'm here for a different reason.
After last time, they tortured me. I thought they were going to kill me, just like I told you. It hurt so badly. I begged for death.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Just hurry and tell me what you want.
You told Socrates something, and I want to know why.
Questioning why the Pythia speaks is a strange thing.
I know why you speak, and I know who controls your voice. Tell me why the cult had you tell Socrates he's the wisest.
The cult didn't tell me to say that. I did that on my own.
꾸짖어야 되겠죠.
Tell me the truth, or I'll force you to.
I gain nothing by lying to you. If you and Socrates are close, you are my ally in this as well.
An ally? For what?
I know much of Socrates. Not only has he visited me often, but his students do as well.
Get to the point.
You know the gods don't speak through me. I feel Socrates is the one who can convince others of this. If he succeeds, the cult will have no more need for me.
So you're hoping he comes to the conclusion that the gods don't exist?
It matters not if Socrates believes they exist. He needs simply to doubt that the gods speak through me.
This is getting
자,
complicated.
Whatever you do, you can't tell Socrates.
I understand. He has to come to the answer on his own.
Exactly. Although, if you truly wish to help Socrates, a student of his came by not long before you. He seemed distraught.
Distraught?
He was clutching a book tightly to his chest
이모면
and kept looking over his
잔머리 쓰는
shoulder.
건가요?
He told me he was going into a tomb nearby until things were safe.
Thank you. I'll find him.
아이고 이렇게 왔다 갔다 시켜 이거요. 이 자식이 이게 야 이 자식아 이거 다시 오지 말라니 이 자식이 죽지도 않네. 나는 친절하게 해줬다면 이 자식. 어디로 가나. 어디 있어 이거?
This is it.
이거 아주 신났구만 이거. 아이 소크라스 때 소크라테스 제자는 이런 데를 간 거야 이거. 온 김에 석판도 찾아야 되겠구나. 이 자식들 뭘 보고 이 자식들 이거.
Sharing my fear of tombs with you.
What was that?
Nothing.
아야. 여기 얘네들이 왜 있는 거야 이거. 일로와 일로와. 석판 있나? 땡땡땡. 어디서 치거라 이 자식들.
This tomb is bigger than I thought. He has to be around here somewhere.
어우, 물렸어. 여기 들어갔다 갈까? 이 자식. 아이템 먹고 있는데 이거. 예의가 없어 이거. 허리띠가 나오고. 석탄 어디 있나? 아니 또 뱀이야 이거. 뱀이 이렇게 뭐 이렇게 크냐. 뱀한테 몇 번 물린 거야? 여기 계시네. 괜찮아. 이거 석탄 같은데? 야, 빨리 좀 하자. 근데 이거 제자는 어디 갔어 이거? 이 자식이.
You don't need to be scared now. I'm not with them.
That doesn't mean you won't kill me. You just want this for yourself.
I'm a friend of Socrates.
You are? Prove it.
뭐라고 증명하지? 이렇게 말하면 되겠지?
Socrates is one of the most frustrating people I've ever known. He just talks and talks and talks. And it feels like he asks questions just so he can continue talking and talking and talking.
What you call frustrating, I call brilliant. but it's clear you know him well.
Why were those men after you?
For some reason, they wanted these writings of Socrates's. Well, I wrote them, but it's all his words.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
One of them had a big mouth. He mentioned something about the priest at the sanctuary of Athena Pronea. He said this was the final thing they needed to get rid of Socrates.
자, 물어볼까? 어떤 면을 좋아하냐고?
What drew you to Socrates?
I've never met a man like him, and I don't think I ever will again. Every day with him is one worth waking up for.
빠졌고.
I've always been curious. What does Socrates teach you?
So much. Follow him around for an entire day and you won't be able to sleep. Your mind will be so aflutter with thoughts.
I'm not sure I'd last a whole day with him. I'll take care of the priest.
갑시다.
Thank you. And, well, please, give this to Socrates. It hurts me to say this after all I've learned from him, but I have a family. I can't risk being caught up in whatever this is.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice. Maybe one day that will change.
I'll be sure to give him the writings.
Thank you. Make sure he stays safe. The world will be a worse place without him in it.
That student gave me an idea.
이 자식 혼자 도망갔어.
Xantippe said there was a symposium. Maybe I can convince the others who were there to help Socrates. Not sure why the priests want Socrates gone, but I need to take care of them.
어디로 가나? 어디로? 아, 이거 또 이렇게 멀리 있어. 뭐지? 아, V를 누르라고?
I need to talk to them. Maybe I can convince them to stand.
Do not students take what they learn from their teachers? What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
You assume the students aren't wise enough to understand the flaws of the teacher. Think of those who came before us. First Thales, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes. Without the teachings of those before him, it's safe to say Anaximenes would not have reached the conclusions he did.
I don't think that's true at all. Oh, perhaps this new phase can offer a different perspective.
자,
A
이렇게
student gets to take all the knowledge of their teacher without needing to come up with answers themselves. If they're smart, they should surpass those they studied under.
An astute observation. The time saved by receiving the knowledge allows the student not only to expand on the ideas, but to come up with more of their own. But what if the student expands on ideas without first seeking the truth behind them?
질문을 하는 건가?
If we listen to others and take what they say as fact, we only have ourselves to blame.
So, no matter who is speaking, student or teacher, we must spend time trying to understand if what they say is even true.
Your appearance betrays you, Mystius. Clearly, you've taken on a teacher of your own.
Something like that. He's the reason I'm here. Socrates needs your help.
Socrates? Ha! If it's another debate you want, it will be hard for us to decide who hates that man more. Why would we help him?
좋게 말한 게 낫겠죠?
It doesn't matter if he's your worst enemy. If they're willing to imprison someone like Socrates only for his words, what's to say they won't do the same to you?
So, you want us to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't care why you help. If I hadn't said his name, would you think it was right Socrates was locked up?
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
And aren't you afraid it could happen to you too?
Of course. If we can't speak our minds, what else are we to do?
If you believe that, then you should help.
Fine, fine. You've made your point, and you've made it well. Socrates deserves our help, but we don't give it lightly.
That makes it worth even more.
We'll be on our way then. We'll gather some others as well. Make sure our voices are heard. Believe it or not, we're pretty good at causing a scene.
If you're like Socrates, that's not hard to believe.
Wow, I've never seen someone convince them so easily before.
Is that so? I guess I should feel proud. I'm surprised to see a child here.
Is there an age at which it would suddenly be okay to debate with them? What then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
애도 여기서 말을 배웠나 보구만. 영특한데.
I can't even have a normal conversation with a child.
Normal is no fun. Look around. Everyone here wants the same thing.
Headaches?
Debate!
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell the others, but I'm envious that you're a student of Socrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path. What's your name?
Aristocles. Although I've never liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've heard around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying my name, so he called me Plato instead. Perhaps I'll use that.
I like it.
Thank you. Well, I better hurry after the others. Here.
저렇게 휙 사라져? 큰 인물이 되겠구만, 꼬마 자식. 여기로 가면 되나? 말 타고 갈까?
Onward!
으이씨. 우이. 아야, 아야. 쏘리, 쏘리. 일어나, 일어나. 으이씨. 값세 값세. 바로 미친가? 뛰어내릴까?
Ella,
막나.
they'll be on high alert here.
우씨. 어우야. 아우 다리 부러지겠어. 야, 이 자식아. 여기 절편한데. 아야. 아야. 왜 이렇게 에너지가 안 나냐? 오우씨, 비싼데? 삼성에 안 좋은가? 오우씨, 피했다가. 아, 회피했는데 옆에 이게 걸려서 맞았나? 죽었네. 아빠가 큰 코 다쳤구나.
Got to be
싸워야
careful not to
되겠어.
get spotted.
아, 나무에 걸리냐. 애플 처리할까. 아유. 습격이 안 됐어. 뭐야? 티티아스? 아, 애들 모이네. 아야. 아, 이거 진짜. 에너지가 왜 이렇게 많이 들어? 이 쌍검이 좀 무서운데? 아야야. 어우, 이 자식. 아야. 아야. 또 죽었어. 야, 한 방에 훅 가네, 이 자식들 이거.
I should
열받는구나.
try to stay out of sight.
열받는구나. 오야. 그지 갖고. 이 자식아. 영입해볼까?
I'm hiring sailors, and I'll pay more than you've ever made.
보르시머스? 괜찮으려나? 그지 같네 이거. 입니다. 제 처치하고. 야, 이 자식. 아, 이 자식. 오케이. 이쪽에 저 자식을 배추고 갈까? 야, 야, 이 자식. 야, 이 자식. 맞고 시작하자. 야, 이 자식아. 일어나. 오우. 옵션없이 휘두르는데. 오케이. 이쪽에 또 없나?
Once we have the papyrus, we simply add a few special notes of our own. Thought, along with the fake evidence,
저기 한 명 있고.
testimony, and Socrates can't win. If they don't choose to kill him,
어이 걸렸다. 오이씨. 야 자식. 아유. 야, 일로와. 어우, 돌진 나는데? 오야야. 오, 죽겠어. 무서운 애들. 야, 이 자식아. 이게 뭐지? 저로 갈까? 뭐야, 이 자식아. 뭐 아무것도 없다.
Now that all the priests are dead, they won't be able to testify against Socrates. I should return to Socrates before the
죽여야
trial
되는
starts.
거구나. 랄랄랄라. 또 달려가야 돼. 으이씨. 호유. 어디 갔어? 곰이 있지 저기? 이 동네에 이렇게 곰이 많냐? 무서운 동네인데. 아까 이거 좀 멀구만. 왔어. 드디어 왔어. 이 자식 때문에 고생하는구나.
Socrates, you're here.
I am.
What happened? The trial couldn't have taken place that quickly.
Had I been given the chance to defend myself, it would have been quick indeed. But unfortunately for me, I was let free before I could.
That's good news.
Apparently, those who had charges to bring against me were found dead, and evidence they claimed to have went missing.
It sounds like someone was looking out for you.
There were also some people protesting my arrest, I was told. I have to ask, did you have something to do with this?
모른 척 하는 게 낫겠지.
Me? Kill? Steal? Arrange protests?
Yes.
It does sound like me. But it was someone else this time.
알긴 알 거야.
I'm glad I asked.
Did you have time to find an answer for the Pythia's words?
I thought it would have taken much longer than it did, but the moment I stopped thinking about it, it came to me like a flash of Zeus's lightning.
아유, 됐다 줘야 돼 이거?
So, do you agree with the Pythia or not?
The gods cannot lie. Yet, I know that I know nothing. I had to understand what it meant for one who knows nothing to be called wise. I realized that though the Pythia said my name, she did not mean me.
Who did she mean then?
That is not an answer I'd yet like to voice. It's one that people may not want to hear, and I must think on how I wish to share my new beliefs with Athens.
Whatever it is, be careful. I don't want to find you been arrested again. We should get you home. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable there.
In some ways, that will be true. In others, well, Xanthippe will decide that. Being free feels good, but I don't believe Xanthippe will be happy with
내 말 어디
She has
갔어?
good reason to be mad this time.
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and what I say. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
야, 하!
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, you
하고 이
misunderstand.
자식아 언제 걸어가?
I love it.
You do?
미치겠네.
People see Xanthippe and
Yeah,
believe it
bravo.
is her beauty that drew me to her.
그래서
But it
하고
is
임마.
her argumentative spirit
어디
I
가서
lost.
그러지?
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps me to refine them and to grow as a
야,
person.
타라고.
And she likes these arguments.
I doubt it.
아이고, 빨리 걷던가 이
It is
자식아.
those fiery moments that her spirit is strongest, like an untamed horse.
Don't call her a horse to her face.
I'm afraid your advice is a bit too late.
빨리 걸어. 그래, 뛴다. 아이고 뭐하는 거야 이거 이 자식 이거.
Get somewhere safe, Socrates.
아이고 이 자식들은 또 왜 나타나는 거야? 이리 와 이 자식아. 그만 건 먹고. 아야야. 야야야.
Are you really trying to Someone put it out!
아야야. 엄청난단 말이야. 단검이 의외로 무서워.
With the things I do, it's sometimes hard to know.
Let's hurry back before anything else happens.
야, 소크라, 이번엔 말 타자고. 안 타? 뭐 하는 거야 이거? 움직이질 않네. 계속 호위해야 돼? 걸어가고 걸어라 빨리. 움직이질 않아 이거. 누가 나타나나? 기본먹이 됐네. 또 있구나. 아, 이 자식. 아, 야야. 끌렸어 이거. 에너지 채우고 있어 이거. 얘도 해치웠는데 안 움직이나. 응? 가자고 또. 이번엔 불로? 그래 움직여. 뛰어야지. 움직일 생각을 안 하네. 돌아버리겠네 이거. 이 자식아 이거 인사를 한겨? 좋다. 이거 완전 피바다 되겠구만. 빨리 집에 가자고.
See?
이거 언제까지 호위를 해야 돼? 불태워야 되나? 오케이. 타라! 야, 이 자식아. 아야. 이 자식아. 불맞춤 볼 때야? 아야.
I need water. Somebody fucking help me.
이 자식 뒤에서 찌르려고 그래 저거.
How much more can you?
Peace is coming, friend.
아니 호의를 언제까지 해? 저거. 저장이 되나? 저장은 되네. 어이구, 왜 가만히 서 있어? 모른가? 저장하고. 그러면 오늘은 여기까지 합시다. 다음에 봬요. 좋아요, 구독 꼭 눌러주시고요. 자, 다음에 봬요.